Hi everybody, it's me, Jolene. I'm going to take you on an adventure with me. I quite often like to hunt amongst the bits and pieces that other people throw away. And these videos are a collection of what I discover. Today, it's auction day, and this is a little lot that I won recently. Let's unwrap it and see what I got. There is something so indescribably exciting about receiving a tightly wrapped parcel. A little bit of wafty smell of mustiness and age as you uncover and discover. And of course, at the moment, all auctions are online, so you can't really see what it is you're buying until it arrives. So this lot was just listed as a bulk box full of ephemera. And in the pictures, I could see that there were lots of photographs and that there were also lots of little bits and pieces of postcards. And some of the pictures I will just use straight away in my art journal, some I will scan in, and some will obviously go to the Etsy page, links below. But first out of the box is this beautiful photograph. There's something so lovely about receiving older photographs. Some of these were just reproduction prints, and I didn't keep hold of those. These sort of photographs, absolutely beautiful. Anything that is a matte image, I love to use in my work. Just some beautiful characters going through these photographs. I wonder what you would do with them. If I tend to cut these up, if I'm going to cut them, I tend to scan them in and then send them away to my printers. Things like this that were reproduction prints, I won't keep those. There's not a lot I can do with them, but it's worthwhile buying the whole box to get all these other bits. Look at this. I mean, it's just such a stunning picture, and I can't wait to use it in my art journaling work. And even these slightly paler ones, this kind of thick board would make a great front cover for a book, I think. I think this little book here of snapshots is just brilliant. And I can't wait to play with this. This would make a great tuck for any junk journaler. It would be absolutely brilliant just to put those in. So, what also arrived with this bundle of ephemera are these vintage postcard books. And some of them have got these gorgeous kind of duotone coloured images in them that's just brilliant, like pastely colours. There was also this. Now, this is bizarre. These were, if you read on the bottom, they actually come from old cigarette packets, but they're like little miniature games that you can cut out and use. Really good fun. I think I'm probably going to scan these in and make a sheet of them. Which might be available in the next magazine that we launch on our Facebook group, the Thankyou magazine. So, as I said, there were lots of these little bundles of vintage tourist postcards that all came in their own little envelopes. And what I thought would be really fun is to include these in the apothecary junk journaling kits that come up every now and then. I think it would be brilliant to see what people choose to do with these. There's some blank postcards in this as well. They'll obviously be really useful. They're kind of really good hard watercolour stock paper, so they'll be useful to use ongoing. So you can kind of see when you buy these boxes of ephemera, you're really getting a mixed bag of stuff. You never, as I said, because you're buying them online, you don't get to look in the box, you don't get to have a rummage, so it's a potluck. But this has been a really good box, I have to say. There's some brilliant bits and pieces in here, stuff that gets my brain going a bit the old imagination whirring up, which let's face it, we all can do with a bit of an imagination injection every now and then. Um, so loads more of these little postcard books, and again, some of these kind of duotone postcards. I haven't seen them before. They're very, very. It's like the pastel colours have been turned up really bright. So that's very interesting. Now let's see what else we got in this lot. So, alongside all of the little postcard books, there was also a huge collection of just bog standard postcards. Some of which were shiny on the top, and some of which were a matte image. Now, the shinier ones, which are obviously the newer ones, I did let go of. I'm not going to keep everything out of every box because there's an awful lot of stuff in these. But the matte images that I've kept because I wanted to use those to potentially paint over the top of to create pages for junk journals. You can see me going on. There's probably about 40 of these little miniature books of things. Some negative photographs. Now, I could use these later on with some of the sunlight paper. And a lovely little photograph here. I took this out of the frame so that I can use that. The frame I don't need. It's not a vintage frame. It's a new one. This is a lovely one of these little postcard bits, and actually they rip off. They're like perforated down the middle, so that'll be fun to play with in a junk journal. Loads more postcards. Literally, I reckon there was about 100 postcards, and out of that, I've probably kept about 30. I'm not interested in keeping hold of the brand new stuff. I wouldn't do anything with it, so that's all gone into the recycling. The older stuff, however, those ones with the matte kind of faded images on them, I'm going to keep hold of those and see what I can do. Another thing, of course, that you can use old postcards for is upcycling them into tags. There's nothing wrong with cutting them down and using them as tags. What was in this envelope? See if I remember. Oh, these were some really big negatives. I think these are going to be fun. I'm thinking that I might stick those against some white backgrounds and just use them as some little interesting tucks to go into junk journals. So there were quite a lot of old prints from books, and then there is this really lovely YMCA check-in card. Isn't it brilliant? Um, I just thought that was such fun. I'm definitely going to use that as a tuck. I may even scan that in for other people to use. So many of these little postcard books, and they've really given me an idea actually to think about different styles of junk journals that I can use, to take inspiration from these. You can always, if you get any of these, you can take the templates, create your own templates, and have a play with constructing yourself a little vintage um, vocational book of some sort. Now, I'm going to skip through some of these because there were literally hundreds of postcards, and as I said, there's nothing more dull than looking through loads of postcards. You really never know what you're going to find. I do love the postcards that have got writing on the back of them. This you can discover somebody else's story, and then you just come across these little pictures, these nuggets of loveliness. So this box, I think this cost me £25, and it was about £10 to ship it to me. So not bad at all. I've got quite a lot of really lovely stuff in here. Lots of stuff that I can use, lots of stuff that I can resell. There's these plastic wallets in here that these postcards come in. Of course, I can use the plastic wallets and upcycle those. And then there were a few of these kind of cigarette tea cards, Disney themed. Not really my thing, but they could be somebody else's. And then right at the bottom of the pile, some beautiful, beautiful portrait pictures. This one, suspiciously, I think could be a Victorian mortuary photo, but I'm not quite sure. And again, some of these. Now, this is so fun. These are definitely going in the apothecary pack. So if you're getting an apothecary pack for March, the junk journal kits, you will get a few of those pictures in it. Anyhow, I hope you've liked my little trip. Every time I manage to get a bundle of wonderfulness, I will shove up a video, and I really hope that you let me know what you would do with all these goodies. See you soon.